Welcome to On the Chain.
And I set an alarm to even tune in, and then I got busy and I wasn't able to tune in and watch it. It would have been great to watch it live.
But you know what's great about it, though? We're going to watch it together. I've not seen it before, and we're going to comment together.
Start this thing up.
As you said, $2 trillion is happening on centralized exchanges or lending platforms. And you saw yesterday we had an announcement that
Jeff, before we go any further, I just want to say how awesome it is that there's a Binance ad running next to his face. It's just the greatest thing ever. It's fast, easy, and secure. Meanwhile, he's spouting his normal talking points propaganda. And there's
as you see at the Wall Street, SEC probing affiliates of Binance US arm.
US arm. Binance is running a commercial. This is just
it's great.
Can't make this up. This is just beautiful.
Sure they're doing that on purpose.
I'm sure they are, but it's just fun. Sorry, Jeff, I got distracted by that, but it's easy to get distracted because I was watching that and not listening to what Gensler said. But let's listen in.
I can speak about with regard to one of the large lending platforms.
One of those large lending platforms called Binance by chance. By the way, Gary just signed up 3 people on Binance watching the ad running next to your face. Okay.
Why does it matter if 95% of the activity is happening there? What's important is investors get basic investor protection against fraud and manipulation. And as many of the tokens on these platforms may well be securities, that's where the Securities and Exchange Commission comes in.
Now, see, Jeff, interesting what he just said there. They may well be securities. He's kind of come off that a little bit.
Well, you're talking about the BlockFi settlement where BlockFi paying out $100 million for handling or at least putting together, allowing people to park their crypto in an exchange, at least an account for a pretty incredible monthly interest payment. You said that those were unregistered and that they have to register. Is BlockFi now registering? Can you at least give us an update on that?
Well, they entered into a settlement arrangement to do so in a timely way. And importantly, what we found there is that not only was it not complying with what's called the 1933 Act or registration, but also the Investment Company Act of 1940, offering the public returns by pulling those assets and investing those assets, the crypto assets. But we're working with them. We're trying to see if we can get this whole area, these crypto exchange.
No, here's what it really comes down to, Jeff. You, the little guy, the serf, cannot make, according to Gary, you can do 8% in a bank, but you cannot earn any sort of money on your investment. And you make it very hard to do that. It seems to be like that's really what's going on here.
And I hear Gary Gensler speak now. It's kind of like the teacher in Charlie Brown. It's kind of like pretty much. And then we have our commentary, and he goes
Well, the thing about it is, it's the same thing over and over. My God, it's like they have to come in, they have to register, come in and see us. Come in and register, and if you come in and register and see us, and they were doing this and off the backs of others and investments, shut up, Gary.
And lending platforms inside an investor protection envelope. And then if the public wishes, based upon that, to invest or even to speculate, that's up to the public. But to have the basic protections of protecting against fraud, manipulation, to have disclosure, these are the things that we have in our stock markets, and really important if this technology is going to go anywhere.
Well,
that's not if it's going to go anywhere. Sorry, Gary, I got some big news for you.
Go anywhere. It's
going to go everywhere, and it's going to be without you.
Just look at the green.
If it goes anywhere. This is another one. They have the XRP price chart next to his face. This is great. I mean, whoever's over there at Fox Business is just trolling him big time. It's so awesome.
Oh, it's perfect.
And again, he's looking out after the investors, Jeff. He's looking out after,
Well, of course, he really cares about the investors.
Yeah, he's really, really going to look out for you. You can't earn that interest. No, you got to come and
no
talk
one
to
ever.
us. Said no one ever.
Get it, because you want to protect investors. And I truly believe that that's at the heart of what you try and do. But it has been an exponential growth spurt that we have seen. I mean, did you see the Super Bowl, Gary? All of those crypto commercials, they had him calling it the Crypto Bowl.
Well, but just think about this, Liz. in 2005, the advertisements of this Super Bowl were a bunch of mortgage companies like AmeriQuest, which that was right into the 08 crisis. Back in 2000, there were 14 Super Bowl ads about .com companies, many of which went defunct later. So I wouldn't sort of confuse the advertisement with the credibility behind some of that.
See,
Man,
this is
what
where,
a piece of
what a piece
what
of
a
crap. First of all, Mr. Irrelevant Daddy G, who strings together his web of analogies that make sense to nobody, and it doesn't affect credibility. Here's the credibility on the line. It's yours, and you are going to be
Holy
embarrassed
crap.
like no other.
I mean, you're
head
talking
of the-
about massive exchanges, right? You've got FTX, eToro, and
Yeah, this
Coinbase.
isn't
And
pets.com,
Coinbase
Jeff.
is publicly traded. Yeah, it's
Right.
not. And granted, some of those .coms, they were empty shells at that point when they were throwing their money around. And now he's mentioning mortgage companies in 2005. Come on. I mean, mortgage companies. I mean, that's a whole nother conversation, Chip, to get into, their responsibility for what happened. But it's so crazy. How, I mean, you could use that example for anything. We could look at all the retailers. How about all the commercials with Barnes and Noble and Borders books? Where are they now? Oh yeah, they're gone. I mean, come on.
And look how
Or
he
how
talks.
about Sports Authority? Oh yeah, that's gone.
Look how he talks down to Liz Claiborne. Look, what's her name? Liz Claman. I said Claiborne. That's a clothing line. Liz Claman. He talks down to her. Well, Liz, don't you know?
Yeah.
Doesn't give credit. Like, he was ready for the question, and he had his talking point, and again, he made no sense and fell flat on his face. Let's try to get through this.
Back in the day at MIT.
Yeah, Gary. So listen, it's not looking good for you. You were the money man when you were funding false things that, I mean, this is stuff you want to talk about going down. This kind of stuff, Jeff, is bigger than Watergate. This is like, and you know what they always say, Jeff? The cover up is always usually worse than the crime.
Yeah, there you go. So we heard it here first. Gary Gensler just said Super Bowl ads are all scams. Fernando.
Well, that may be, but not. Listen, let's get through this
all
video
right,
before
let's get through this. We're
consumes
2
the
minutes,
entire show.
almost 3 minutes in.
All right.
Or the viability of these projects.
Well, let me tell you why I'm not.
The Doge.
Banks have advertised in the Super Bowl. They've gone under.
Oh, Jeff, do I?
Oh, here we go. Look at this.
Claimant's gonna
look at this
slap
sourpuss. Look at that look on his face too. What
Thanks,
a sourpuss.
Gary. Listen, everyone has a bank. I mean, banks are great, but Gary.
Oh, but some of them are out of business too.
Some of them did go out of business, Gary. Some of them got bailouts.
Gary.
Let's get through the rest of this. Now, I was just noticing that Liz Claman is also trolling Gary Gensler with a complete green suit that she's wearing because the market's green. It's just these little subtleties that Fox. Now, if you notice the Fox Business
now
logo,
that you mention it, how great is that?
The Fox Business logo always green, Jeff? It's for some reason it doesn't seem to be. I always remember it being blue, but anyway. There's just a lot of trolling going on here. It's just fantastic. But let's listen. We're going to get through this, guys. Maybe we got so much else to do. Maybe we don't even need to listen to the rest of it. But I love Liz. She's very smart.
Really feels like it's been a transformational 12 months. I mean, you look at how many people and businesses are choosing to invest in or accept cryptocurrency. So I want to get to the SEC's approval of futures ETFs, Bitcoin futures ETFs. My question to you is this: you've rejected a bunch of offers when it comes to Bitcoin spot ETFs, whether it was Skybridge or all kinds of names. You had Grayscale's application that's being assessed at the moment. You've rejected Wisdom Trees, Fidelity, Krypton. Cite every single time the SEC cites, you need more to know about how they're going to prevent share manipulation, fraud, and lack of liquidity. What could any of these funds that are dying to get their ETF out there say to you that would get you to yes when it comes to preventing manipulation?
Well, again, I don't want to get ahead of any specific project, and it comes in front of our five-member commission. But generally speaking, what's really important is these underlying markets, Bitcoin and the other markets, the underlying cash.
All right, Jeff, I can't even take it anymore.
There we go.
It's just
Wah,
we've,
wah,
we've,
wah, 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 wah,
the rest of the
wah,
interview is going to be
wah,
exactly
wah.
the same, complete trash, garbage.
It should just kind of be like wah 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 MIT, wah 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 Howie Ted, wah 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 MIT. It's basically, that's all I hear. Holy crap. He starts off and he's just like, again. I mean, who says that, right? Someone asks you a question. Again,
Yeah, no one's
again. I already told you this once. I'm not going to tell you it again.
Are you down with OTC? Please like, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when the next video drops.